Recognize the jacket? Heading for gate F-13, the Delta flight to San Antonio, in his black and white checked coat. That's Liam Ramos and his dad. There's no sound with this footage, but you will see three people with Liam and his dad, three people who seem to be taking them through the airport. To be clear, we don't know whether they're federal agents or contractors or something else, but there they are with Liam and his father. They're checking in before the flight. They're waiting in the terminal with all the other travelers. At one point in the background, you can see Liam laying his blanket down on the floor. I think it's so he can lie down on the blanket. Sometimes he gets up to look out the window with his dad. Liam's like any other kid at the airport, except for where he's going, except for the fact that U.S. President Donald Trump is sending him to prison at age 5. Finally, Liam and his dad and these minders line up with the other passengers and they head off for their flight. A boy, his dad, his Spider-Man backpack, a nonstop Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis to San Antonio on the way to family immigration prison. Nick Benson went through that footage. He shared it with an excellent aviation journalist named Gillian Burkell, who broke this story last week. Gillian Burkell has tracked apparent ICE flights all around the world to places like Eswatini in Ireland, Eswatini in Africa, and Ireland and Egypt. She told us this was the first time she had seen this other part of what they call ICE Air, not the flights on charter aircraft or contract aircraft that load up people in shackles, right? But this other part that is happening quietly around all the rest of us unsuspecting passengers, on passenger airlines, in regular airports, flying prisoners to Trump prison camps to be held without trial, including little kids. We contacted Delta Airlines for comment. They told us what they told Gillian Burkell, that government air travel is often booked via third parties like travel agencies. They said airlines may not have advance notice or detail as to who may be flying and for what reason. Delta also, and we should have seen this coming, they pointed us back to that happy ABC News report about Liam and his dad being flown home from Dili on a Delta flight. That's the one where the pilots were so nice and they gave Liam his little wings. Delta was very happy to promote its involvement in Liam's homecoming, but not so much their involvement with sending him to prison.